Hello, and welcome to Dungeons and Magi, where we dive into thrilling tabletop adventures and tell unforgettable stories. Tonight, we step into the shadows of a city where myths walk among us, where the mist hides secrets in every alley, and where legends are more than just stories. They're living, breathing forces shaping the world around us. This is City of Mist, a cinematic narrative-driven RPG created by Son of Oak Game Studio. Designed by Amit Moshe, I believe I said that right. This game blends the grit of classic noir with the wonder of ancient myths, putting you in the shoes of ordinary people imbued with extraordinary power. In this city, your mythos, your legendary self, clashes with your logos, your mundane identity, forcing you to balance who you were and who you're becoming. Tonight's one-shot is called Shadows in the Fog, a two-part mystery filled with crime, conspiracies, and a touch of the supernatural. A series of murders has shaken the city, each victim branded with an ominous mark, the symbols of Hades himself. It's up to our investigators to follow the clues, navigate the underworld of both crime and myth, and stop a ritual that could unleash something far worse than death itself. The rain never stops in this city. The neon flickers, the mist curls through the streets, and somewhere out there, something ancient is waking up. So grab your trench coat, light that cigarette, and get ready to walk the fine line between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Welcome to City of Mist. Welcome to the unknown.
I'm scared.
This is awesome.
So,
I'm scared.
before we get in,
I feel like we should have some jazz playing.
right, I want to thank Son of Oak Game Studio for sponsoring this one-shot. They actually sponsored this years ago, but we were trying to get all our stuff figured out, get into our campaign, and we really never had the time to do this. So now that we're kind of in a flow and we have the ability to throw in some of our sponsored one-shots, we are going to be doing that. So both this session and the part 2 to this, which will be a few weeks, I believe, later, is sponsored by Son of Oak. So this is why you aren't hearing about our normal sponsors, because today's all about them.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. You can check them out at cityofmist.com, I believe it is, or is it .co? I believe it's .com. Let me double check. cityofmist.co. Sorry. cityofmist.co. They actually have a brand new RPG coming out. It's a rustic fantasy RPG called Legend in the Mist.
Ooh.
And it is, I believe, it is available for pre-order. But this game and everything you can find at cityofmist.co. There are bundles right now, which is actually sold out. Their all-book bundle is sold out currently, but you can get the ultimate set, or you can get the starter guide, which will basically give you a starter box. It will give you pre-made characters, a pre-made setting, which is what we were given. We just decided to expand and do it ourselves. So, and that's the joy of this game, is that it is all about RP. There are dice mechanics, and you'll see us go through that. The players may have some questions because, again, this is our first time playing. And it's different. So it's more about the RP than it is about anything else. And then, once again, they do have, again, Legend of the Mist, and then they have Otherscape, which is a ruthless gig economy in an alternate future cyberpunk city. Which sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awesome. So check them out. Like I said, they're really cool, amazing. Once again, thank you, Son of Oak. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Are we ready to delve into the city?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm terrified.
You should be. So,
Now that just makes it even worse.
the story begins with the investigation of a grisly murder in a rain-soaked alley. The victim, a city councilman, is found with an otherworldly trident mark burned into his chest. As the investigators dig deeper, they follow leads to an undisclosed place. So, the adventure opens on a stormy evening. Rain batters the city, casting a reflective sheen over the streets. The mist clings to the ground like a living thing, muffling sounds and warping shadows. Police sirens wail faintly in the distance as all of you arrive at the crime scene. Rain pours relentlessly, filling the air with the sharp smell of ozone and damp concrete. You arrive at the mouth of an alley cordoned off with police tape. The scene lit only by the harsh glare of floodlights. Detectives and officers huddle under umbrellas, murmuring in hushed tones. Beyond the tape, the body of a man lies sprawled on the ground, his shirt torn open to reveal a glowing mark seared into his chest. The mark, a trident surrounded by concentric circles, seems to shimmer faintly in the rain. And as you all appear, if Helena, if you could tell us what you look like and who you are.
I'm Helena. My character has white skin, marred with old burn scars on her arms and back. Her eyes are a deep, unsettling amber. She's about 5'9", early 30s, with dark brown hair that's wavy. And she's a former arson investigator and paranormal investigator.
Charles, what do we see as you step up into the alley?
Well, you're going to see a man in a overgrown tan trench coat with a bag in his hand. He has short black hair, blue eyes, as he is most of the time in dig sites as an archaeologist.
Okay. Gil.
So, approaching the scene, you would see a man about 6 foot tall, close cropped hair with a goatee, little black and pepper in it, but not too much. Bit of a physically imposing person. This is, you would see him in a 3-piece suit, very nicely dressed, carrying a briefcase. He is a prosecutor for the city's district attorney.
Okay. Mira, what do we see as you enter?
You see a woman about 22. She has very dark magenta hair. Her bangs are cut way too short. But she's wearing gothic clothes in black and like a deep pink color. The dramatic makeup and all of that. She's got like a really light green eye color. And during the daytime, she is a waitress at a dive bar.
Okay. Victoria, you step in. What do we see?
You see someone in what looks to be like a doctor's coat with a badge that says head veterinarian. I am Victoria Smith, and I am a local veterinarian.
So, again, you all enter. You guys have worked together before. Most of you have your various degrees of knowledge. You've been brought together as a team, an outside team, apart from the detectives and the officers. You're here to investigate what you always investigate. The weird. The not right. The eccentric. So, here you are once again. It's probably been a month or two since you've seen each other. And sitting in front of you is the alley and a body.
I walk up to the officer uniform at the barrier, pull out my wallet, and I flash my ID as a prosecutor. Officer, we've been summoned. Need you to let us through the scene and show us who's the on-scene commander.
Oh, I know who you are. One second. Here. Sir, there's people are here. And you hear coming out. Let him in. Right this way. And he lifts up the police tape.
After you all, kind of gesture to Helena, Vera, and everyone.
I duck under.
Just gonna go in. I'm first gonna look at that mark.
Okay. So that is going to be an investigative move. So you're going to roll a 2d6, and then if you have any tags that would work for this, let me know, and I will tell you if they will work.
I don't have any that work this.
Okay, so just roll a straight 2d6.
Alright, that is 6.
That is a 6. Okay. So that is a miss. So you begin going down and you move the shirt out of the way to look for the trident mark, and one of the cops smacks your hand. Hey! What are you doing touching this? You're not wearing any gloves. Now your evidence is all over the body.
I need to see the mark.
Well, wear some damn gloves.
I pull out gloves from my...
and hand them to Charles.
And with that, he's kind of watching you, so you're not going to be able to investigate the mark again.
I want to go up to the officer. Where's the lead detective?
I think he's back in the alley somewhere.
How about you show me instead of mouthing off to a member of the district attorney's office with your attitude? Because I kind of just glare at him.
Okay. That's... So you have the option. You can... If you want, you can make that a convince.
I will, and I have a power tag here that's Royal Bearing.
Okay, so it's 2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1?
And then you will burn that tag.
Okay.
Bird child. You are being
11.
nuisance.
11. Okay. That is strong. Okay. Listen. Just respect the crime scene. That's all I ask.
Lead on.
And he takes you back to where the detective is.
I kind of look back at the others. Keep looking, but be careful. I say politely to my group.
I put on the gloves and I kneel down next to the body and I begin to investigate the body and try to see.
Okay, do an investigate. So 2d6. Do you have any relevant tags?
I have how to diagnose problems with little or no information.
Sure. 2d6 plus 1. And then you burn that tag.
Okay.
And once again, burning that tag just means within this interaction, within this, you cannot use that tag again. Basically in this scene. Till you move on.
Nine,
okay. So it's considered a weak. But you get, so basically a weak hit means you get some information, but there are complications. So looking at the body, you recognize this man. He's well known. This is Councilman Ezra Blackwell. So middle-aged man. He's known for his outspoken stance against rift activity, which is you guys. He's dead in the alley. His face is frozen in terror. And you do see a mark, but it's a little faint, so you can't quite make out what it is.
Okay. What was his name?
Ezra Blackwell.
I'm gonna bow my head and pray for him.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking around the alley and looking to see if there's anything out of place.
On his face?
Place.
Oh, place. That's an investigate.
Okay. I'm going to use a power tag.
What is it?
Secrets in the Gloom.
Okay. 2d6 plus 1.
Nine.
Okay. That is a week. So there is, the alley's wet, narrow, and dimly lit. There is a dumpster and scattered trash. And that's about what you see.
Okay.
Fortunately, it was a week, so you get some stuff, but...
I'm gonna look around the scene to see if any evidence was tried to get thrown away by the perpetrator.
Okay, that's an investigate. And if you have any tags, you can burn them.
I did bad. I got a 2.
Okay. There, you are not really paying attention. You're trying to find this evidence, and you actually trip and fall face first into a puddle.
And I get up and pat myself down. Why did I come here? Okay. And I'm gonna walk back, act like nothing happened. And I keep watch, make sure nobody comes back, I guess.
And I will say, with that, you get a bruised 1 status.
Okay.
So minor effects.
Find. Where should I put that?
So there is, really think there is a place for it.
I'll just write it down. What does it do?
So for now, nothing. So once it builds up, then this is just minor effects.
Okay.
Once it builds up, so in this game there is no health points. Once it builds up, after a 2, it goes to a serious impact, which is like a broken arm, something like that. And then 5 and 6 is devastating, unconscious, or near death.
Okay.
When you hit a status 6, you're out of the fight.
All right.
So... Okay. And then... And then eventually that minor wound does fade over time. Okay.
Scraped. Fell in a puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I want to approach the lead detective.
Who are you?
Gil Sumner, prosecutor's office. Heard that there was a murder in this area. My team's here to investigate.
He's puffing on a cigarette, kind of like propped up against the wall, taking a break, one leg up on the wall. He's wearing that stereotypical detective, the long tan trench coat. He's got the fedora on. His tie is a little undone, like he's been up for 48 hours. Eyes are bloodshot. Got a little bit of scruff going on.
I kind of look him up and down, unimpressed. And who might you be, detective?
I'm Detective Grant.
Don't believe I've worked with you before, Detective Grant.
I just transferred in from a couple towns over.
I see. Welcome to the big city.
Yeah, quite a welcome it is.
Now,
Second day and a councilman gets killed.
I look back. I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, fucking Councilman Ezra Blackwell.
Oh, good old Ezra. Someone finally did him in.
Probably one of these damn riffs.
So, detective, any witnesses?
As far as we know, nothing. There's nobody here. Somebody apparently walked by, stopped to take a whiz in the alley, and found his body. And here we are.
Who called it in?
Some Joe Schmo. They didn't have any information, so we let him go.
You got their name and an address?
Yeah, one of them do. Pointing to the uniforms.
Any apparent cause of death? Anything that stuck out?
I mean, not really. Not until we get an autopsy done. I mean, the only thing that sticks out is that damn mark.
I look around. Anything else beside the mark strike you as peculiar about this scene?
I mean, besides the homeless man over there, that's about it. And you see a cardboard shelter, like, off in the corner.
Has anybody interviewed him yet?
We couldn't quite get him out of his box, and at this point, that's up to you. This isn't my scene anymore.
Understood. Has the coroner been by yet, or any crime scene analysis?
Nope. They've been waiting on you to make the call.
All right. Well, the call's made. I need you to get the coroner down here, forensic analysis, get this body to the morgue ASAP, and tell them to start running the usual tests on it. We're gonna go talk to that gentleman over there in his abode and see what he saw or didn't see. In the meantime, I need uniforms also canvassing the area, see if anybody heard anything. Gunshots, a scream, anybody running from the scene. All reports get directed to my office. Understood? I kind of look at him.
Don't smell like
I don't react.
yeah, whatever you say. He kind of flicks a cigarette into a puddle and you hear that as he walks away.
You know those are bad for you. You know that, right?
Yeah, so is living. Dun dun dun.
What? You're on this.
Yeah, are we close?
No, you guys are ways in the alley.
Okay.
I go back to the others.
No.
No, we can't do that here.
No.
Or can we?
We'll wait
Fucking
for the
asshole.
normal campaign.
Yeah. It's coming, honey.
Okay.
Anyway, I go back to the others.
Making friends again, Gil?
Of course. So.
Yeah, you do realize him flicking his cigarette in front of you is essentially him telling you to go fuck yourself.
I care not for what some lonely detective thinks. Anyway, we've got potentially one witness. The uniforms have got the information of the individual who called this in. We'll see what he knows, track him down. I've already called in. What's up?
Who's the witness?
Well, potential witness, I point down to the cardboard box. There's a gentleman in there who apparently was here when the body was found. Maybe.
Oh.
The detectives did not seem inclined to talk to him. So, Vera.
I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, be a doll. Go talk to him.
All right. I'm going to walk over to the cardboard shelter.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh no, he's taking off his glasses, guys.
Forensics is on its way, and we should be hopefully getting reports from anybody in the neighborhood who may or may not have heard anything. And if y'all hadn't guessed, as I kind of look down and bend down toward the body, this is Councilman Ezra Blackwell.
No shit.
Okay.
Now, sarcasm is not needed. We should be respectful for the dead.
I am respectful of the dead. I'm not respectful of the living.
So I kind of look over the dead body, and I kind of take a closer look at that mark on his chest.
Okay, you can investigate in a second. We will let Vera do what they're doing.
Okay.
Walk up. Hello, excuse me. Sorry to wake you up if you're sleeping.
Kind of pushing out this wet cardboard door, you see a nervous, wide-eyed man with scruff.
Oh, hey, it's okay. You're not. What? Are you okay? Hey, it's okay. We're here now. What's going on?
I ain't saying nothing.
Why? Do you not think it's safe? It looks pretty safe to me.
You know
Now,
about
at
that.
least.
I ain't saying nothing.
Well, I'm gonna kind of look at him to try to see, is this like a normal trauma, or is there something unwell about this man?
Are you asking if he's high?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he's high, if he's got some kind of mental disorder, or if this is just a reaction to what he just saw.
He looks like he's scared. He's nervous.
Okay.
He's nervous. He's too scared to speak about what he saw.
I'm gonna kind of like sit down in like the little puddle that's probably in front of this guy's cardboard shelter. Hey, look, I'll keep you safe while I'm here, and I guess you don't have a phone. Do you have a phone?
No.
I know some people do. You don't? Well, I'll tell you what. I have enough in tip money that I can get you a phone with some minutes, and if something happens, you can call me. Would that make you feel better?
Just an FYI, this is like the 40s.
Oh.
There are
Well,
no
I
phones with
asked
minutes.
you-
There's payphones.
I asked you earlier, you said it was modern.
This is noir.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Phone with minutes. What? Aliens.
In that case, I can give you some quarters for the payphone if something happens.
Okay. So you're trying to coax him to talk to you?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to both coax him to talk to me and kind of reassure him that somebody kind of
Okay.
has his back.
So you can choose kindness, bribery, or intimidation.
I'll go kindness.
Okay. 2d6, and then if you have a tag that would help you, you can use that.
The only tag that I have that would make any sense is customer service, and I don't think this is customer
Sure.
service.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why
I'll
not?
use customer service.
No,
Why not?
Yeah.
In that case, it's a 10.
Okay. That is a full success.
Nice.
Look, I didn't mean to see nothing. I keep my head down, but that scream. Oh, it was horrible. I saw someone tall, cloaked, like the shadows just swallowed him. And that mark, they burned it right into the poor guy's chest. I swear I don't know nothing else except they whispered something before they vanished. Something about gates and a king. That's all I heard, I swear.
Whoa, hey, I'm not here because there's something wrong. I'm here to help figure out what happened to this guy. Here, are you hungry? I have lunch that I brought to work earlier and I didn't eat it. And I'm gonna pull out a sandwich from my purse and give it to him.
Just starts devouring it.
And then here are those quarters. What's your name, sweetheart? I'm Vera.
My name's Shaky. Willis
Okay.
Shaky Harper. Willis Shaky Harper.
Well, listen, do you need some help? We have a shelter at the church.
Oh,
I can put in a word for you.
I'm okay. But just remember, and he leans in close to you. If you don't pull away.
No, I don't.
And he whispers in your ear. They said the gates must open for the King of Death.
Okay. Hang on, sorry. I'm writing this. Okay, thank you. Well, here's the quarters. Just call me if you need me. I'll take out a pad of like paper or something and write down my home address.
So again, what he knew. The killer whispered the gates must open for the King of Death. And the killer disappeared into the mist after branding the victim. They just disappeared.
Once I've given him the number that he would more easily be able to reach me at and everything, I'm going to get back up and walk back over to the group. I'm going to look around, have most of the non-mist attached cops kind of dissipated, or are they all around still?
They're still maintaining a perimeter, but inside the crime scene, they're not there.
So it's safe to speak about stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look
Guys,
back. What'd you find, Vera?
so he saw the whole thing go down. Said that there was someone tall, cloaked in shadow, came down, said the gates must open for the King of Death. And then that mark was burnt into his chest and the guy disappeared.
Did we get anything else besides big, tall, and dark?
He couldn't really see it. He said it looked like he was kind of cloaked in the shadows, I think we might be dealing with this.
I kind of just bridge my nose and I look back onto that branding to get a better look at it.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
look
do you
around.
Are you investigating the brand or the body and whole?
The whole body and whole.
Okay, so that is an investigate.
7.
7, so partial. Okay. Actually, yeah, so that's a partial. So, you, looking at the body, you do see the mark. It is a trident mark. And it is, you're not quite sure what it is. It does glow, so you can tell it's made with a mythos power, but you're not quite sure what this mark means. You do see it. It's a trident with circles around it, but you're not quite sure what it means. Inside the pocket, you do find a soaked piece of parchment that you can't quite figure out what it reads. Maybe somebody else can. Some of that ink is starting to run because of the rain. And then you do find a gold ring.
I look over to Victoria. Got any more of those gloves?
I reach in my pocket and pull out more gloves because I'm a veterinarian. I have gloves on me for days.
I kind of look. Thank you. Put the gloves on.
How was that?
Thank you. Put the gloves on. What? No. Anyway, I carefully remove the parchment. Kind of lay out. Somebody make this out. And I go for the ring.
Okay.
And examine it more closely.
Okay. That's an investigate itself.
Okay.
Just for the ring.
I'll roll again. 6 and a 5. It's 11.
11. Okay. So, the ring, it's engraved with a trident symbol. I will say, being a rift, all of you being rifts, you know the Rift Underground. You know who this ring belongs to. This belongs to Sal the Whisperer. He is a known information broker who deals in mythos artifacts. And you know that he typically operates out of Broken Lamp Tavern, which is a huge hangout for riffs.
I'm going to take out my journal and kind of start sketching the mark.
I kind of hold the ring up. Look what we have here, everyone. Kind of hold it out for everyone to see. And see the trident. Everyone look familiar?
No. As my head is still down, sketching the mark.
Looks like we may have to be visiting the Broken Lamp Tavern. See old Sal the Whisperer.
Yeah.
Anyone? Can
Probably
anybody
a lot
make out what's on
going
that
there,
parchment? I can't.
Well, let me take a look.
Okay, make an investigate. And again, if you have anything you can burn.
I do not think I do, and I only got a 6.
Okay. It is running so bad that it, unfortunately, as you grab it, the paper tears. making the words illegible completely.
Well, we weren't getting anything out of that.
Yeah. Well, I kind of put the ring back on top of the body. Anybody got a bag or something for that, or should we just let the coroner's office take it with them with evidence?
I put my pen down, reach into my because I'm wearing cargo pants. Reach into one of the pockets, just hand the bag over, and then continue sketching.
Thank you. I put the ring in the bag, and I looked at the other.
I hold my hand out.
Give it back. There you go.
And I write the evidence, like what it is and everything, and then put in the opposite side.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to take a look around? At this point, we're just waiting on the medical examiner to come in, do their thing, and take the body back to the morgue for an autopsy.
I mean, you can let uniforms wait there. You don't have to.
I'm actually going to be looking around and see if there's any, like, rats or anything skittering in the alley. Like,
Make an investigate.
Alright. And I'm gonna put my love for animals onto this. Because
So
I'm
+1.
specifically looking for animals and their behavior.
Okay.
That'll be a 7.
Okay. You do find a rat that is kind of licking something up from the ground, but by the time you get over there, he has consumed whatever it is.
Shit.
And it kind of like scurries off.
Fuck. Alright. And having that happen, I kind of let out a kind of a frustrated growl. Because that's one of my weaknesses, is I have animalistic behaviors.
I look over. You okay, Vic?
Yeah, just give me a moment. And I kind of stretch out much like a cat would, to kind of calm themselves down.
Well,
Rat ate something, and I couldn't get a good look at it before it scurried off.
damn.
So hopefully it wasn't something important, but
Well, if it was something from the body, the morgue will tell us what's up. Let's wrap up here, I say, and go talk to Gil. I mean, excuse me.
Talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Why do you want to talk to
Sal,
yourself?
See what? Because I had to consort the best counsel.
Why are you talking to yourself then?
I want to go over to one of the uniform officers. Tap on his shoulder.
Yes.
Officer, we're gonna head out. We're gonna follow up some leads. Need you and your boys to stay here until the medical examiner gets here, does their thing, transports the body to the morgue. Pass on to the medical examiner that I want to see them as soon as they've examined the body.
You got it, pal.
That's Mr. Sumner to you, officer.
You got it, pal.
What's your name?
Dude,
I kind of look at
we
him.
at-
Gil,
Oh, yeah. you
knock
called
it
me.
off.
Keep it up. My foot's gonna go in your ass. I don't give a shit if you're a prosecutor.
I'll be seeing you, officer. Please make sure that my message is relayed as I walk off with the others.
Fucking ass.
I
He
hear,
whispers as you walk away.
I hear
And I say to
him.
myself, I heard that.
Totally agree.
Tasers existed today. I would use it.
Who are you talking on the radio?
Everybody. Okay, so the rain hasn't let up, and the city feels colder. Whether it's the crime scene, the whisper of the mist, or the symbol burned into Blackwell's chest, something about this night feels off. One thing is clear. If you want answers, the broken lamp is the place to start. The streets glisten as you make your way across town. The glow of neon signs casting eerie reflections in the puddles at your feet. Eventually, you find yourself outside a bar, where the only thing more broken than the sign above the door is the kind of people who drink here. And again, you guys know this place. The Broken Lamp is a grimy dive bar in the city's underbelly. Known for its shady patrons, it's where riffs can hide in plain sight. And again, the neon sign flickers above the door, the words Broken Lamp barely legible through the rain. Inside, the smell of stale beer and cigarettes hits you like a wall. Dim light filters through the haze, casting long shadows across the scarred wooden tables. The patrons kind of glance your way, but quickly return to their conversations. At the bar, a wiry man in a threadbare jacket wipes a glass with practiced indifference. He's hard to miss. His restless energy and darting eyes scream trouble. I will say, Gil, you probably know Sal the most, just because of your job. You know that Sal is a rift tied to Hermes. And as you walk in, well, look who's wandered into my little corner of paradise. You must be lost, huh? This ain't exactly the place for fresh faces.
Hello, buddy. I kind of wander up to the bar and sit.
Just kind of cleaning out a glass.
Kind of smile. How you been, Sal?
I've been.
How's Trix?
We ain't talking about her.
So what can you do, right?
Can I get y'all a drink?
Whatever you have that is the strongest.
Been one of them nights, Sal.
Goes down to the bottom of the bar.
Thank you.
I'm sitting there rubbing my temple, and it's just like, it's always the fucking night when I have to deal with Gil.
Anybody else? As he kind of flips
Come on,
the bottle.
Vic. I'm not that bad.
I
Wake
kind of
up.
hold up my glass to Vic. Totally agree.
I'll take one, Sal.
I look over to Charles. Hey, Charlie, what are you drinking?
Water.
Your mom.
Wrong era for mom jokes.
Yes, your mama jokes I don't think existed in the 40s.
You never know.
I don't drink to keep a clear head, remember?
I just thought I'd ask.
Throws you a bottle of water.
I'm gonna catch it, and then I'm
It's a
gonna go
glass bottle.
I'm gonna go find a table and pull out a booklet.
Okay. This all be on Gil's tab?
Yes.
Of course.
Great.
Oh, if it's on his tab, I'll have some wine.
Oh.
Look over. Really, Vera?
What?
Hands you a glass of wine.
Why do you think
Thank
I
you.
got the good stuff?
Whatever, it's all going on the city's tab anyway.
Wait, you could put this on the city's tab?
Perks of the office.
Wow, well, that's where my money is going to. As I go sit with Charles.
I stay at the bar to talk to Sal a little more. So tell me, Sal. Actually, hold on a second. I go back over to Helena. Helena, can I have the bag of kind of ring, please?
I pull out a bag that has like a spider in it, and I hold it. You mean this one?
Die! Crazy Dane, what are you doing? I need the ring.
Oh, so you mean this one?
Thank you.
As I put the baggie with the spider back into the same pocket.
Please tell
That a
me you
spider?
didn't have to kill that spider and it was dead when you found it.
Yes, it was dead when I found it. But I don't kill animals.
Good, because you and I would have problems if you did.
Go back over to Sal. You're not the only one who's dealing with crazy dames. Sal, gotta ask you a few things. Business.
What you got?
Pull out the ring and I kind of hold it up.
Wear your fucking gloves.
Well, it's too late now. Your fingerprints are all over it. Pretty good.
Sorry, I'm holding it up.
I can see the headlines now. Prosecutor arrested for murder.
Hey, I hold up the ring in the bag. Sal, what can you tell me about this ring?
He reaches out for it, grabs the bag. Oh, that mark. Yeah, I've seen it before. That's Hades' calling card, plain as day. You don't mess with that kind of power unless you got a death wish. Or you're trying to bring something big through. Hands it back to you. Word is, there's a relic tied to the underworld at the Opera House. Midnight. But hey, you didn't hear it from me.
Oh, you want some?
I mean, you know how Sal is. Sal's got a mouth. I can go ahead and spread this word around for you. But my pockets feel a little empty here.
I kind of pull out my wallet and I pull. This is 1940s, right?
Yes.
Okay. I give Sal a $10 bill. That's a lot of money back in the 40s.
This will buy a minute of quiet.
Sal, remember that, what was it, back, how long ago was it? This place was having some trouble with the city.
Oh, you mean 7 years ago?
Yeah, that thing, when you let the liquor license. Remember how I talked to the zoning guys about that?
Yeah, 7 years ago, outside of the statute of limitations.
Yeah, see, the
I
thing
walk
about
up.
liquor licenses, Sal, you have to renew
Sal.
them every now and again.
Oh, you mean this? Slams down a liquor license.
Hand Sal a 20. Is this better? I know he's annoying as hell.
He hands you a 10. The 10 that Sal gave,
You, as
or
I
that
put it in my wallet.
Will gave. That'll work. I just charge him more because I hate him.
Don't we all?
Love you too, Sal.
Anybody who tries to put people like us in jail should go to jail.
Kind of glare at him. I'm like,
How you can betray your own people.
how can you shake down your own people?
You're not my own people. You're one of them.
I just glare at him and I go back to leave and go to the table with the others. Muttering, son of a bitch.
I'm gonna hold out my hand now
Sit down
for
next to
that
everyone.
We
bag
only
with the
have a
ring.
table of four people.
I pull a chair over and make room for myself.
I'm gonna hold out my
You were
hand to
invited
Gil
to the
for
party.
that bag with the ring.
Yeah, so do I.
I hand the ring over.
As he hands the ring over, I pull out my 4 sets of gloves from my pocket, drop him in his lap, and
stick my
hand
pocket.
the ring to Charles.
I'm gonna put the ring in front of me, and with the booklet in front of it, I'm gonna try to use a divination technique because I have a book that writes itself to try to understand where this ring came from.
Okay. Roll an investigation. 2d6 plus 1 for your...
One. That puts me at 11.
Okay. This ring is the mark of Hades. This is basically his calling card. And this ring did belong to Sal at one point, but he got it from Hades through way of Hermes. But the mark on the ring that matches the mark on the councilman is most definitely the mark of Hades.
I'm gonna be flipping through my journal. And use one of my power attacks for the right page at the right time, looking for if I've seen anything with reference to Hades or the symbol that we saw.
Okay.
Seven.
I mean, you know who Hades is, god of the underworld. But other than that, not much.
So Hades. I kind of look to the others. Might want to have to check out this opera house or something. See what his lot's up to.
Since I've seen that.
Never had much of the culture. Too busy with work. I kind of drank more of my drink.
Fortunately, that's something we both have in common.
Yeah,
Usually
well,
hands deep in surgery.
At least you're helping innocent creatures, and no one hates you for it. I just keep drinking.
I'm gonna hand the bag with the ring in it back to Helena. As I show that I'm done, I'm gonna close that book.
I take the ring and put it back in my pocket. Touch evidence again without gloves. I'm gonna beat your ass.
I don't touch
Understood.
anything.
You should know this as a prosecutor.
I know. So I gulp down the rest of my drink.
I finished mine.
Oh.
So, a relic in the opera house, huh?
Yeah.
Guess we got somewhere to go.
Like it.
Got a feeling, though, whatever this is, I don't think this is gonna get to a courtroom.
When has any of the shit we deal with go to the courtroom?
One day I'm hoping I can get it to it.
I mean, the more people see, the more afraid of us they'll be. So,
They aren't already afraid of us.
yeah, but People like this will give us a bad name. More than already happens.
More than Gil does.
Hey, listen.
Well, I wouldn't be
I
in
try
that
to
line of
do my
work if that was
best,
him.
alright? Sorry if I don't come off as the most Mr. Congeniality out there, but you know what? I gotta fight an uphill battle every day. Riffs hate me because I sold out and worked for the mundanes, and the mundanes hate me because they think I go too soft on the riffs. I can't win. And all the time, I'm trying to make everything safer for everybody.
And this is why I deal with the dead.
You're probably the smart one,
This is
Charlie.
why I deal with animals.
This is why I deal with ghosts. Another paranormal stuff. That, and because I was fired from being an arson investigator.
Yeah, I looked into that. You got really hosed on that. Should never happen.
You don't know the whole story.
That's true. It wasn't my case, but what I was able to garner, you got screwed.
Alright, let's head to that opera house. See if we can't dig something up.
Yeah. I get up, I look over to Sal. Be seeing you, Sal.
Fuck you, Gil.
This is better.
See
not
you
be
at the
built
regular
over a
time on
cemetery.
Friday.
Slide him a $5 while we're walking out
Okay.
as a tip.
Don't flay his ego too much.
Okay. So as you go to leave, the street outside is eerily quiet. The rain has slowed to a drizzle, and the mist seems alive, curling around your legs like a cat. Then you hear it. A soft, echoing laugh. Followed by the scrape of footsteps.
I stop.
A figure steps out of the shadows, their face obscured by the mist. Their voice is a low growl, chilling and inhuman. You meddle where you don't belong.
Step in front of everybody. Who the hell you think you are, bud?
I pull out my pocket knife that's etched with symbols. That's a ward against supernatural entities. It vibrates or hums when something unnatural is close.
Again, you see this mist covering their face. And then it lunges out at you. All of you.
Oh.
That's where we're going to take a break.
Fuck! Damn it.
We will be right back. Please do not go anywhere as we get into the interesting combat portion of City of Mist. So, don't go anywhere. Alright. So, again, this jumps out at you. Now again, I've given you guys the cheat sheets on how combat works. Nyx is going to go against Gil. So this is going to be a toe-to-toe. Okay. So the way this works in toe-to-toe is it's going to be a back and forth combat. So you go to hit, you basically roll a 2d6. If you have something that power tag that can benefit you, you burn it. It'll give you your bonus. If you get a 10 or a plus, you get to choose 2 items, inflict damage, avoid taking damage, or gain an advantage on your next. 7 to a 9, which is a weak hit, you choose 1, but you risk a counter attack. And 6 or lower, you miss, and I escalate the danger. Okay? You ready?
Yep.
Alright. So, as it goes, we're going toe-to-toe. So, it is going to strike first. Okay. So, we are going to roll that. That is a 5. So, it fails. This person, creature, whatever, goes to strike you, and you're able to move out of the way as they kind of stumble and the mist begins to go away from their face. So now with this, I will say, escalating the danger, I'm going to allow you to automatically add a +1 to your roll.
Okay.
Even if you use a power tag.
Okay. So I'm going to go and try and, since Gil is also an amateur boxer, he is going to go use instinctive fighter power tag, and he's going to try and go for the solar plex, or what he can think they're just like.
Okay, so roll a 2d6 plus 2.
That's a 7.
7, so it is a weak hit. So you can choose to inflict damage, avoid taking damage, or gain advantage.
I'm going to try and gain advantage.
Okay, so this means you're not going to land a hit. So you can choose, you won't do damage to them, so you can choose to knock them down or escape. Because they don't have anything to disarm.
Knock them down.
Okay, so instead of punching, you're going to kind of duck and push them down, and they will fall. So they are going to try to go toe-to-toe. And they are going to use Shadow Tendrils, which is that makes that an 8. So they are going to inflict damage. Now you can use a counter move if you want. That basically gives you a free hit, basically.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay, so they are going to, again, inflict damage. So as these tendrils come out, you gain Shadowbound 2 status.
Shadowbound 2 status.
Yep, so you're just write down Shadowbound 2 somewhere. So you have a status of 2. So as it progresses, if you get to 6, then you're out. You're unconscious. Well, 5, you're unconscious. 6, you're dead. Okay, but you can counter, so this will basically give you a free one, but it's just going to be a 2d6.
2d6, okay. 8.
8. So that is a weak hit. So you can inflict damage. So as you hit, boom, you're going to give them a wounded 1, or a bruised 1. We'll do bruised 1. Okay. They have a bruised 1. Okay. It is now your turn to go toe-to-toe. Or, if you don't want to go toe-to-toe, you can do other things. You can do a defensive move where you can dodge and avoid harm. You can... There's change the game.
No, I'm gonna try and use a strong hit. Trying to just, again, back and forth. I'm gonna try and just land another solid hit on him.
Now you can do... I will say, you can try, if you want, to do a hit with all you've got, but that's typically a finishing move.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that now.
It does allow you more, but if you fail, you fail hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna just We're still
so
doing
we'll
the
go to
back-
toe to toe. Are you using another tag?
No, just a
Okay,
regular.
So straight 2d6.
That sucked. That was a 4.
Okay, so you go to hit, and they move out of the way, and you are now falling towards their hands. So if they hit you, they're going to deal double damage. So they are going to hit you. That is a 7. That is a weak hit. So they are going to inflict damage.
Okay.
So you have a bruised 2. So you had the shadow 2, right?
Yeah.
And a bruised 2, which means you are at a 4.
Oh.
So 2 more and you're out of the fight.
Oh.
You're not dead, but you're out of the fight. So hit you right in the face. But it is now your turn.
I look to the others. Should we help him?
Yeah.
Or should we just let him get his ass kicked?
You can't. Thing is City of Mist. It's one-on-one combat.
Boy.
As far as I understand. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But as far as I understand, when you go toe-to-toe like this, now if there's multiple enemies, then you can. But with one enemy, as far as I know, as far as I've read, it is like this. Which makes combat go quick.
Okay. I'm going to, again, just a regular hit, toe-to-toe. I'm going to try and hit him again. 5.
5. That is a miss. You go to swing again, and they sidestep, and you're coming down towards where their knee is. They're going to try and knee you in the face.
Oh.
And again, if they hit you, this is double. You're out. You're knocked out.
Okay.
For a child.
They missed.
Oh.
I got a 6.
Ooh.
So they go to knee you, and you kind of stumble onto the ground. And now they are off balance, so they're to the point where they're on one leg.
I'm going to try and kick that leg out.
Okay, so that would be... You can do this, but you have to get a 10 plus. Or actually, you can get a 7 to a 9. But this would be like gaining an advantage, so it would be a knockdown. Just sweep that leg.
Oh, sorry, that's cocked. 6.
Miss. You go to sweep the leg, and you can't quite reach. And as they fall, they're coming down with a fist. Again, if they do this, it's double. Miss. That's a 4. So they go down, and they go down with a fist. You spin out of the way as their fist hits the ground, and it actually breaks their hand. So they have a broken 1, which makes them a total of 2.
Okay, so now they're on the ground. They're like level toward me.
They're almost like hero pose into the ground.
I'm going to try for the jaw.
Okay. Make an attack. For the rest of you, is this combat making sense? For the
Yeah.
most part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good, because you guys are probably going to be next.
Yeah, 10.
A 10, so you can choose 2. Inflict damage, which can be done twice. Avoid taking damage or gain advantage.
Damage twice.
Okay. So you hit him twice. So that's going to give them a bruise 2, which brings them to a 4. So they are right with you. It is now their turn. They are going to do a shadow punch. So they punch into the air and their arm disappears and a shadow tendril punches you. That gives them, so that adds a +1. So that is a 10.
Damn, I'm out.
And they are going to do double damage.
Oh.
And you were just knocked out. So you're at a 6, you are unconscious. And they're going to look. Who's next?
I step
I'm
forward.
just like,
Okay, you step forward. They are going to take a breath. And they're going to reduce one of their points. So they're down to a 3. Okay. So they don't ever determine how to go first in this. So let's do a D6 rollies.
Okay.
Ooh,
5.
2. You go first.
Alright. So, I'm going to invoke Vast and take Fangs and Claws. And I'm going to swipe my claws at this thing.
Okay. So 2d6 plus 1.
6.
6. So that's a miss. You go to swipe, and you set yourself off balance, heading right for them as you kind of spin. They're going to try to grab you, pick you up, and slam you into the ground.
Okay.
And if they do this, it's double points because of your miss. That's a miss. So they go to grab you, and you are kind of able to spin out of the way, and they stumble, and they are right for...
reflexes.
So they're right there for you to go. So if you hit this, you do double damage.
Alright. I'm going to use my shape-shifting to...
Just keep in mind, you can use the claws still, but you don't gain that power ability.
Okay.
Like, you would be able to scratch them still, but you don't gain that +1 still, because you already burnt that tag. But you can burn another tag if you want.
I think I'm just gonna keep with the claws.
Okay, 2d6.
That's a miss, that's a 5.
5. So you go to scratch at their head. They duck under. If they can hit this, they are going to grab your arm and over their shoulder and try and break your arm.
Ooh.
Yep. This is gonna be fun.
That's an 11.
Holy shit.
So they are going to inflict damage and avoid damage. So they are going to duck under, grab your arm, break it, so you have a broken 1. So I believe that's the first time you've been hit, so you have 1 point. And they are going to avoid taking damage, which will minimize any damage that you do on the next one. So you now have 1 broken arm.
Yep. Alright, so I am going to use my shape-shifting and morph my head into a full-on, big cat's head.
Okay. I would say you can do that. They break your arm and you turn into it, and you can go for a bite.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll 2d6 plus 1. See the strategy of keeping these tags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that 1 can make a difference.
10.
10, that's a strong hit.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the ability to choose 2. Inflict damage, avoid taking damage, gain an advantage. You can do damage twice, but keep in mind, they're avoiding damage, so your double damage would go down by 1. So you'd only do 1 point. But you could also do inflict damage and avoid, which would negate their next attack.
I'm gonna do
so
that.
on and so on.
I'm going to do inflict damage and avoid.
Bite them in the shoulder, and then you're... So, with that inflict damage, that is going to be negated. So you go to bite down, and because they did avoid damage, they're able to kind of push just out of the way. But you're able to your next one, you're going to be able to avoid taking damage. Okay, makes sense?
Yep.
They had avoid damage on, okay?
Okay.
You did 1 point of inflict damage. That avoid damage allows inflict damage to be negated. If Victoria would have done double inflict damage, they would have gotten 1 point of damage. Make sense? But instead, they chose to avoid taking damage, which is going to subtract from Nyx's next hit. This is
Yeah.
Nyx. Okay. So as they push past, they are going to try and come up, and they are going to try to hit you in the stomach. That is a 6. That's a miss. So they try and hit you. You're able to dodge out of the way using that avoid, and you are set up to do the next hit, which is a double if you land it.
All right. I am going to try and bite him again.
Okay.
Nope, that's a miss. That's a 5.
Okay. So you go to bite, and they spin backwards. Now, if they get this, they are going to try to flip you over them and slam your face into the ground.
Miss.
Shouldn't have said that. That's a 10.
Fuck.
So they are going to inflict 1 and avoid 1. So you now have a bruised 1, so that should put you at a total of 2.
Mm-hmm.
As your face slams into the ground, and they are ready to dodge your next attack.
All right.
For those listening, I understand some of these may not be exactly the way this is written, but here at Dungeon Magi, we like to create some of our own rules because the rule of cool is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is how we're doing it.
Okay. I'm just gonna try scratching at this thing again.
Okay.
Fucking hells. 5.
Okay. So you go to scratch so you get up, then you go to scratch, and they step over, and if they hit, they are going to stomp down on your hand directly into the pavement. That's an 8. So they choose one you can counterattack if you hit this. So they are going to stomp down. I will say that it's going to be on the broken arm. So that's gives your hand a break. So that's broken 2. So that's going to bring you up to a 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can counterattack. This is basically a free attack. So you can roll a 2d6, but you have to attack.
Yep. I'm gonna try to bite their ankle.
Okay.
Fucking, I'm biting
Fucking
their ankle.
chihuahuas.
Nope, that's a 4.
Okay, so you missed the counterattack, so they kind of sidestep the counterattack, but now it is your go. You are laying on the ground, one hand broken, same arm broken.
I am going to basically flip up and try and kick him in the face.
Okay.
Keep up.
No, it'd be like a almost like a spin-a-rooney spin heel kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need new dice. That's a 5 again. Okay.
Okay. So you go to
These
do
dice
that,
are
but you can't quite pick your arm up to support yourself, and you fall into it. And instead of giving them double damage, I'm going to just go ahead and give you this is a broken 3, because you take another part of your arm, so that puts you up to a 4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, when
Or
they hit,
arm.
it's only going to be 1 point if they hit. Depending. Let's see. So, as you fail that, they are going to try to pick you up and, like, Bane to Batman backbreaker.
Well, the Dame Aelin.
That's a miss. So they go to pick you up, and you are able to roll out of the way, and your roll actually makes them move forward. So they are leaning forward at this point. So if you hit, you get double points.
All right. 8.
8. Okay. So you get to choose one: inflict damage, avoid damage, or gain advantage. But you do risk a counterattack.
I'm going to avoid damage.
Okay. So you're going to just continue that roll. So now they're going to try to counterattack, which with this, as they're falling forward, they're going to try and basically front flip and land their shoulders onto you for a counterattack. That misses with a 6. So they front flip and they hit the ground, and they take a broken clavicle, which is a broken 2, which puts them at a 4. Okay. But it is now their turn. As they get up, they are actually going to... Fuck it. They're just going to run and try and punch you right in the face. Punt kick you right in the face.
And there's no way we can intervene.
No? 10.
Ow.
And there's no way I can't avoid this?
No,
Or-
you did take the avoid damage.
Yeah.
So it will only... they are going to inflict damage and avoid damage, which means that their 1 is negated, so you take no damage.
Okay.
But
Cool.
they still have that avoid damage. This is all about strategy in this. Much like the game I created, our dice game, it's all about strategy of what when you pick. It's kind of the same thing here. So they go to kick you and you're able to move just out of the way. You can almost feel their boot brush against your chin as you dodge out of the way. It is now your turn.
Hissing at this thing.
And you are laying on the ground.
Full feral cat. I'm going to...
Starfall?
Wow.
What
Uh,
the fuck, dude?
You never see when I do that to Ben. I do that to Ben every time he talks about Starfluff.
I'm going to use True Shape of Cat.
Okay.
And transform into a full-on cat.
Oh, look
Okay.
at the kitty.
And I'm
So
going
that'll
to
give
launch myself at this thing.
Okay, that'll give you a +1. Keep in mind, you won't be able to stay as a cat. It'll just kind of like a one quick thing. If you hit them, and then you transform back.
Yep.
Your mythos don't last long.
So she
They're
turns
kinda
into
quick.
a cat. Does the clothes go bye-bye, or do they form with her?
Oh no, they're
Just-
on the ground.
Well, we know what we're all seeing.
Another kind of...
Is that 8?
That's an 8. Okay, so you get to choose one, but you do risk a counterattack. So you're going to attack, inflict damage?
I'm inflicting damage.
Okay, so they They will take a wounded 1, which puts them at a 5. Now they're going to try to counterattack. So you jump up and you claw at their face. And they are going to try to counterattack. Basically, they're going to take and try to fling you directly into the ground with this counterattack. And that is a 7, so that does hit. So they are going to fling you down. That gives you a +1. That gives you a damage of 1. But you can also counterattack before they take their damage. Before they take their next attack.
Going to counter it.
Okay, try to counterattack.
Hi, Cat.
So see this, if you keep rolling 7, 8, 9, each person, it's counterattack, 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 counterattack.
No, 3.
Okay, so you hit it. You do take that 1 point, which should put you at a 5.
Yep.
So you both are 5 and 5. They are now going for their attack. That is a miss. They go to kick you as a cat, like punch you, and you transform back into yourself, and you roll out of the way, and they're kind of like down into a split almost.
All right.
So if you hit this, you get 2 points.
I'm going to try and do an axe kick, like right on top of them.
Okay.
Giving it full view.
Pretty much.
Butt ass naked.
I am. Woo! Yeah, 11.
11.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, as you do that axe kick, you hear, "You think you can stop what's coming? The gates will open and the living will bow to the true king of death." And they dissolve into the mist and flee. And you do see on the ground, there is a piece of parchment. Combat is over.
I
Wake up.
You are unconscious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over and try to wake Gil up.
I put gloves on and I pick up the parchment.
Okay.
I'm going to toss Victoria her clothes.
Okay.
I'm gonna get her.
I'll say, Vera, do you have anything that can help lessen his status?
I'm more of a tank than a healer.
I'm going to walk up and touch him because I do have healing.
Okay.
Whoa!
I'm going to
You heal?
That's
Yes.
not what we were saying whoa for. He said he was touching you.
I'm going to touch your forehead.
Touching me. Touch. No, we can't afford
I'm
that.
gonna-
Stop.
No, yeah.
I'm going to call upon Morgan to help me heal, get this fool awake.
Okay, roll a 2d6 plus 1.
Ooh.
That is 7.
7, that just succeeds. So that's going to bring you down to a 5. So you are conscious, but you are hurting.
I'm poking your head. That's how I was trying to wake you up.
I went, oh,
You wake? Hello?
yeah, Vera, I'm awake.
I have to give you mouth to mouth as I'm putting the note or the parchment into a plastic bag and closing it.
Okay.
To read it.
Make an investigation.
That's 2d6.
Always 2d6.
Here, let me help you up. And I hold my hand out for Gil.
Oh,
8.
And I yank him
Okay.
up.
get up, wobbly.
So that's a partial. So midnight, the opera house, the blank will be ours, and that word is kind of running because of the rain.
Oh, I kind of get up to my feet. Oh, God. What the hell was that?
I don't know, but it kicked your butt.
Oh, God, I feel like I went 10 rounds with Donnie Pembroke.
I want to ask this question because the person of I am. With me working with Athena, would I know of the Furies?
Yes, but you don't know that person was of the Furies.
Okay.
They were using shadow. You don't really know.
So,
you know.
too obscure to even know. Okay.
Correct,
So
yeah.
you would actually see me like splinting my arm, knowing that it's broken because I'm a doctor.
I look over I look over. Vic, what happened to you?
A lot less than happened to you. You got your ass kicked.
Yeah, don't remind me.
My arm's broken. I've got to set it.
Go. I'm
Would
just
you
hoping
stop, Lena?
You okay, Tori?
I'm alright.
Oh,
This
all right.
that hurts.
This. Did we find anything?
Just this note.
What's it say?
Midnight, the Opera House, the blank will be ours.
Okay, I guess we should.
Is it just a blank spot, or does it actually say blank?
Holding it in my hands.
And
just turn.
the whatever word it is has run from the rain.
Oh, I thought that would have been a little weird that it said blank.
Oh, I guess we gotta go to the Opera House.
Redacted will be ours. Oh shit, wrong campaign.
Oh god.
Gil,
Alright.
how about don't put yourself in any bad situations for the night, at least you and Tori, as much as you can. Let one of us handle
We don't
it.
have a Vera, we don't have a choice. Whatever's happening, it's going down at midnight.
Yeah, well, stay behind us if you can.
Also,
At least until you
doesn't
feel better.
Specify which midnight. Like tonight?
Probably.
Tomorrow? What?
Lena, you may be right, but we gotta check this out. At least get a scope of what's going on.
Yeah, just stay behind the people that aren't injured for now, and we'll do our best to keep you covered.
I kind of go up next to Vic as we're walking. Why? Maybe I was in a dreaming when I was on the ground, but I thought I heard a cat.
Oh, that was
Y'all
me.
hear anything? What, you?
Oh, you don't know? I can turn into a cat.
Like a tabby or a calico or a tortoiseshell?
Egyptian Mao?
Okay.
And you can thank Morgan for
dog
you
person
coming back
myself,
to the
but-
wakeness.
What'd you say?
All
Sorry.
right,
And
I'm
you
gonna
can
lead the
thank-
way to the Opera House.
I'm gonna pat Gilgo. You can thank Lady Morgan for me getting you back up.
Yeah. I'll take. If I see her, I'll get her a nice drink. I'll get her a drink and take her out on the town.
She's a goddess.
Then I'll get I'll get a reservation at a fancy place. As I kind of limp down, following Vera.
I roll my eyes at Gil of like, fucking ass, dumbass.
Oh, she
I
would
just
eat
look at
him
Charles.
alive.
Does he really think that the Morgan would go out with him?
Only to probably entertain herself to beat him with a stick.
Yeah. I'd pay good money to see that.
I would not. I would stay far, far away.
Yeah, that too.
But if he has a death wish, fine.
Yeah, that'll be his head on the spike. Or other parts of him on a spike.
As I'm walking, I'm fighting the animal instincts that are like ramped up right now.
Just kind of What are you guys talking about back there?
Oh,
Goddesses?
Oh. Okay.
So, if you want to get help to heal him.
So I did make a mistake in the combat. Looking at the rules further, the combat is dynamic, so everybody can join.
Okay.
There is no turns or whatever. Everybody just kind of goes, and you can flow. You can stack off of each other. So you could restrain somebody, which will make it difficult for him to dodge. Then this and that. But the enemy can also work in between your attacks. So they can, you can shoot me, but then I can choose my heal option and negate, change statuses and all of that. So it's my mistake. To reward that mistake, both Gil and Vic, you can subtract 2 points. So you should be at a 3.
Okay.
So that's my mistake. I did not read that full into it, but we know that for the next combat.
So as I going down, I feel myself getting a little better, but I'm still.
So as the mist begins to thin, the pieces of the puzzle start to come together. A councilman marked for death, whispers of a gate to the underworld, a relic tied to Hades waiting at the opera house. Storm rages on, but you now have a direction. Midnight approaches, and the answers may lie in the shadows of the opera house. So we head into the opera house.
Yep, I'm a lead.
The opera house, once a symbol of the city's cultural grandeur, now hosts a secretive auction for Mythos relics. The building's decaying beauty reflects the shadowy dealings happening within. The opera house looms like a forgotten monument, its marble facade cracked and streaked with grime. A faint golden light spills from the windows, accompanied by the muted hum of classical music. The front doors are guarded by 2 imposing figures in dark suits, their eyes scanning the misty street for trouble. And they're just...
I kind of look to the others. So, how do we want to do this?
We should just tell them to let us in. We don't have time. What time is it?
I kind of look to pull out a little pocket watch I got in my little vest coat pocket.
It is about 11:45.
Yeah, we don't got a lot of time.
Do these guys look mundane, or currently they look normal?
The mist hides the mythos, even to you guys. Even Rifts can't see other Rifts unless they change.
Okay. I'm going to walk up. Hey, sorry we're late. We're supposed to get in here.
Fall behind.
Who are you?
I'm the new girl.
That means nothing to me.
Okay. You can call me Sarah. I'm new.
New at what?
Here.
Doing what?
I think we both know what.
You can try and persuade them. 2d6. If you have a power tag, you can use it. Remember, your power tags are reset because this is a new scene.
Yeah. Would customer service help me here?
Not really, because you're lying to them.
Yeah.
Not just trying to be nice to them.
I got a 3.
You don't belong here.
Mm.
Leave.
As I kind of walk up behind Vera. She belongs here. Because I say so. And I kind of stare him down. I want to use my royal bearing to kind of like...
Who the fuck are you?
Somebody more important than you.
Try and roll. 2d6 plus 1.
Eight.
Okay, so not a full success. It is a near, like, almost like a near miss. The people more important than me are in there.
So I guess my friends and I belong in there. Step aside.
No.
Pal, you're really starting to test my patience.
Really.
Yeah.
And he opens his jacket, and you see a pistol under his arm.
I kind of look at it. That's a nice pistola you got there.
Yeah, so's this one. And you see another one.
I kind of remember.
I'm gonna duck around behind the corner. And I am going to take true shape of the cat.
Okay.
So I'm going to transform into a cat. And I'm going to essentially act like a cat and just like pat over, like ignoring everyone.
And try and do what? Because you have to have a specific thing that you're trying to do.
I'm going to try and find a place that I can get to get inside.
Like another door?
Like another door or...
Okay.
But
so that's
I'm
going to be
as a cat.
That's going to be a sneak around, so that'll be a 2d6 plus 1.
Okay. That's a 5.
Okay. You see other doors,
No,
but...
that's a 6.
Okay, still
Sorry,
a fail.
I missed.
You see other doors, but you can't reach the door handle. So you try and jump up there, and it's you just can't quite get your footing because the ground's wet, and you kind of like poof, hit on the ground. All you hear is meow.
Huh?
Listen, pal. We need to get in there. Now you can move out of the way and be the solution, or you can be in our way, and we make you the solution.
Yeah, and I reach in my purse and I'm holding onto the cross that I have in there.
You will see me actually like padding out as the cat, and I'm going to like rub against Vera's legs and try to show them that I found another door.
Just keep in mind, Vera, you did not see her turn into a cat.
I'm gonna look down at the cat. I'm gonna look between the guy that's in front of me that pissed me off, and then down at the cat, and then back up at the guy that pissed me off.
And I'm just like doing that figure 8 in between the legs.
Be lucky the fucking cat came, and I'm gonna go follow the cat.
To be continued. And I kind of limp off after Vera.
That's right, walk away, bitch.
Wait, who did he say that to?
Gil.
Okay. I was gonna say Vera would eat him.
I bet.
And I showed
first
them the
goth
other
mommy.
door that I found, and I like paw at the...
I would say at this point, your cat form drops.
Yep.
Oh, go get
And here
dressed.
she is again, butt-ass naked.
Go get clothes. We need to figure something out about that.
Hey, Vic.
I smack Gil.
Hey, don't look at her!
I wasn't looking, I swear. Not on purpose.
Okay, go get dressed. I'm gonna get this door open.
And
I
I
make
go
sure I am
where
not
I had
looking.
hidden my clothes and get
He's
dressed.
like, hey, doll.
I'm gonna see if it's locked.
Okay. It's locked.
Okay, I'm gonna shove my entire body into it, try to break it down.
Okay. Roll a 2d6.
Okay.
If you have something that can help you, you can use it.
I have Unbreakable as my Bastion power tag Heavenly Body.
Sure. I'll allow it.
7?
7. So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Plus the 1 is 8.
still, same. So you... And as you bust it, those two guards come around. They heard you. And immediately pull out. And they're going to fire.
Inside.
Yeah, I dive inside.
So with this, the way I'm going to do this, don't know how this works. I'm making this up as I go. Everybody's going to roll a 2d6. If you have something that'll allow you to dodge and you succeed, you will be able to make it inside. So if you have something that will allow you to dodge or avoid something, you can add a 1. Otherwise, it's a straight 2d6. They are expert marksmen. So they get a 2d6 plus 1. Actually, plus 2 because they're using 2 pistols.
Okay, I'm using Demigod Invulnerability.
I'm using Flight of the Heavens.
Would
so my
check
wings come
those
out.
who are behind me work with my shield.
I will say you have to get a 10 or up, and you can help somebody that fails. If you get a 7 to 8, it just helps you.
Okay.
So, Helena.
11.
Success. Charles.
10.
Success. Gil.
12.
Success. Vera.
7 with the power tag that I'm using.
So 7, that's... Okay. Victoria.
5.
Okay. So, they got an 8. So, Charles, you can choose to help Victoria or Vera. Vera, because you got a partial success, instead of taking 2 hits, you will take 1.
Okay.
Victoria will take 2.
So I'll protect Victoria, especially since she's probably still getting her clothes on. I don't know.
Okay, so you can... The rest of you kind of dive in there. Charles, you grab Victoria and kind of throw her inside as you dodge in. And Vera, as you go in, this bullet hits you in the calf. And you now get a wounded 1.
Do I still have my bruised one from earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're at a 2. Yes, you have to physically...
All right.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's been long enough that bruised 1 has gone away.
Okay. And when I jumped inside, the way that I tried to get in was I activated my relic, so my physical changes come out. I have 5 eyes now. I have 1 in the middle of my forehead, 2 underneath my normal eyes. I have a halo above my head, and wings ripped out of my back. And instead of the cross that I was holding, I'm holding a sword that's on fire.
Oh, yeah, you don't see this.
Ah, what the hell?
What the? As I see the fire, I'm backing away from the fire.
Vera?
I'll take my cat head. Thanks.
That's why the bangs are so short. I can't cover up this one.
As I kind of get up. Alright, we gotta move.
Yeah.
I look around and for a stairway or another door that leads into the building.
Okay. So, you have immediately drawn attention. You have busted in a door
Yeah.
Gunshots were fired. There is no stealthing through this.
Here, I'm not exactly stealthy.
So immediately, guards are sent. These are high-end enforcers. Madame Verona is alerted. And this now goes from a quiet investigation to chaotic escalation. As you kind of barge in and you stumble directly into an auction. As all heads look at you, they see Vera, and everybody freaks, except for Madame Verona. Madame Verona looks amused and irritated. But other attendees, crime bosses, rifts, see this as an opportunity to create chaos. And as you guys come in there, the head of security, this guy's like 8 feet tall. This guy's massive, muscular, tattoos all over his body. Definitely doesn't look like he's from the 40s.
Maui?
And he... You lost or just plain stupid. This ain't a public show. Either you walk out right now or we throw you out. Your call.
Well, with this one, pointing to Gil, we're never sure if he's here on purpose or stupid.
Charlie does not know, you ass.
I'm still, like, just transfixed on the flaming sword, like, just staring at it, like, with my hands up like this. And shaking a little bit.
I'm gonna turn to, who's closest to me? I'm gonna turn to, Gil. Hey, I'm gonna try to get their attention. Try to grab that one. And I'm gonna point at the one I'm gonna, like, nudge my head. I'm just gonna point at her. At the one that, is not reacting quite as much. And what I'm gonna do, is I'm going to use taunt to make myself the biggest target, and I'm just gonna run into the crowd and get their attention.
Okay. Roll.
Basically, I'm trying to distract everybody so that they can grab the one lady and we can get the hell out with her.
I'm gonna try and grab Madame Verona. Okay.
Why do I have a feeling that this is
11?
a bad decision?
11. Okay, so you can distract. So now, all of the people in the crowd are looking at you. Some of them aren't scared. A few of them have large smiles creep on their face. And I will say, with your background, you recognize some of these people, Vera.
Mm-hmm.
They're cultists. Now, Gil, are you going to listen to Vera and try and grab Madame Verona?
I'm not going to grab Madame Verona, but I am going to go up to her and confront her and basically demand of where the relic of Hades is.
Okay. I will say to do this, you do have to get past the security guard.
Oh, God. I don't know. Well, you know what? We're already... Let anarchy reign. I want to hit him in the balls. Right in the private parts, just wham. Trifecta, try and get him to keel over.
And I'm just yelling like, You live a life of sin. Get out of this hellhole. Be better people. Shame on you.
I'm not laughing. He's
Okay,
wearing a cup.
Go ahead.
I want to use Body Blow Specialist. I have that.
Okay.
So that's a D plus. That's a 10.
Okay. You. And he.
And I'm trying to sidestep him and move toward Madame Verona.
Okay. As you run up there, the auction hall is a lavish yet decayed space. Kind of place that once housed high society but now thrives on underground deals. Chandeliers cast golden light over the crowd of masked figures, each one a person of power. At the center of it stands a woman, tall, dressed in sleek black with a calculating smirk, Madame Verona. She watches you approach, raising a hand to silence the security scrambling towards her. She doesn't look afraid. She looks amused.
I look to Charles and Victoria. Should we help them, or are we just going to stand here and watch the show?
I'll deal with the dude bent over. Why don't you go help Flaming Person one go make sure he doesn't get kicked in the balls.
And as you approach, well, if I knew I was hosting such direct guests, I would have arranged for a grander welcome. Barging in like this is rather uncivilized, don't you think?
As I kind of come to a halt in front of Madame Verona, I try to put on my best courtroom demeanor and smile, and I give an apologetic bow. Apologies, ma'am. We are on a time constraint, and decorum did not call for the niceties of society. And you seem to have an item that we need that's part of an ongoing investigation.
Okay. Are you trying to convince her?
I will try.
What is the action that you're trying to do?
The action is I'm trying to get her to cooperate, and I want to. I'm burning these power tags. I'm going to try and use my sharp legal mind on her.
Okay.
Trying to convince her that.
Are you making it persuasive or aggressive?
Persuasive.
Okay. So 2d6 plus 1.
12. 6 and 5.
Okay. So she kind of looks at you. She's kind of tense, measuring your intent, considering her options. But after a moment, she sighs. Her lip curls into something that's almost a smirk. My. You certainly know how to ruin a perfectly good evening. She adjusts her gloves, kind of stepping forward. Fine. You want to know about the dagger? I'll tell you. But if you think you're stopping what's coming, you're more naive than I thought. The dagger isn't here anymore. It was never meant to stay. It's already en route to its true destination. And if I were you, I wouldn't waste time standing here.
Who bought the dagger and where's it going, ma'am?
The dagger was meant to be displayed, but people arranged for its transfer early. A courier left 10 minutes ago, heading into the tunnel beneath the city. It's going to an abandoned subway station beneath Red Hook. But You don't understand what you're dealing with, do you? You're dealing with something older than all of us. Something that doesn't bargain, only claims. I suggest you hurry to the cultists. And she leans in, whispers in your ear. You're not the first to try to stop them, but you might be the last. So, the courier has only left 10 minutes ago.
I look to everybody, I give like a little wolf whistle. Let's get out of here! And I look to Madame Vera. Madam, you've been of great service. Apologies for the disruption of tonight's festivities. May be profitable. Have a good night.
Yeah, I
turn
follow
to kind of walk away to the others.
I follow him out. Okay.
As I pass by the big giant guy that I punched in the balls, I'm sure he's there. I just kind of give him a little... Nothing personal, big guy.
12.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Was that my balls, too?
No, that was your face. Add a 1 to your thing. Busted your mouth open.
Okay. Deserve that. As I walk away. Oh,
That his fist is the size of your head.
Jesus, who is he based off of? Yeah. I'm just kind of like, I catch up with the others. I'm like, all right, we got to get to Red Hook in the tunnels. A courier left here about 10 minutes ago with this dagger.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. What'd you say?
What?
And as we walk out, I turn my sword back into the cross and I look back at everybody. Christ saves! And then
I will say,
go back.
all of your stuff is dropped.
Yeah. Okay.
That, like I said, these mythos only last for a little bit. They don't last forever.
I said, a courier left here 10 minutes ago carrying the dagger. That's what we're looking for. He's heading to some tunnels underneath the city in Red Hook. We gotta hurry. Oh, that guy got me good.
You hurry into the streets? Okay.
I think we should.
I'm just gonna follow the group.
I mean, I look like a normal person now. Vic, do you still have a cat head?
I didn't have a cat head, but
Oh, I thought you had the cat head.
no, I didn't transform.
Okay, so everybody looks
What are we
normal.
doing? This courier's getting away.
We gotta run and chase. Go to the Red Hook, the abandoned subway
Yeah.
station.
Let's gotta remember, this is fast-paced. So,
As I'm looking at the others, like, should we try and just get him on foot, or should we try and get a cab or something? They scan around and see if there's any kind of ways we can drive there or something, like a car.
So, as you all step out, you're hitting the streets at full speed, trying to figure it out. Her words still ringing in your ears. The rain stings against your face as you see a hooded figure in the distance. Your targets, the courier.
Yeah!
But the air is wrong here. Thick with something unnatural. Are you taking off towards the courier?
I want to look around first, just before I start kind of going after him.
There's nothing around you. It's just a courier.
Yeah, I'm going to go after him. I yell to the others, there he is! Follow me!
Alright, I'm gonna run after him.
My equipment would I feel being a paranormal investigator in that?
There's nothing. Nothing
Feel anything
paranormal.
wrong?
Nothing paranormal. There's nothing paranormal here.
He might just be a normal guy.
I slowly start walking after the courier.
Okay, so you're gonna trail behind
I'm just
as everybody's, because he's running. He's running full speed.
I'm just keeping my eyes peeled for
Okay.
everything.
So you take off.
Yep.
Everybody else is taking off.
Yep, I'm trying to
Yeah.
pull him.
So you're trailing behind, or you?
I'm like speed walking, but I'm
Okay.
not sprinting.
So you hit it again. The air is wrong here, thick with something unnatural. The mist churns at the edges of your vision. The city shifting like it's trying to work against you. And then, like a gunshot, the courier moves. He's hot. Fast.
Son of a bitch!
Shit.
Fast. If he gets underground, you might never find him again. He has an unnatural speed.
Could I catch up with him with my wings?
Well, this is now a chase scene.
Oh.
This is dynamic, multi-stage, different obstacles, rolling challenges, depending on how you roll, depends on what happens. So, as you all run, are you going to pick up with them now?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all are running, the courier sprints into the alley, dodging through tight spaces, kicking over trash cans and vaulting over fences to slow you down. Everybody has to roll for this.
Uh-oh.
So, everybody roll a 2d6. If you have something that can help you vaulting and moving over stuff, you can.
Well, not the newest dice.
Basically, you are 5 ticks behind this guy. If the more strong successes, so it's technically a group check. The more strong successes means you gain ground. If you have, you gain 2 ground. If you have a partial success, you're keeping up. If you have a failure, you're going behind. If he gets to 10 clicks, you've lost him. Okay?
Are there people around? Like, do I gotta worry still?
Nope. I mean, at this point, it's midnight.
Okay.
Past midnight. All right, so, Helena.
7.
Okay, that is a partial success, so remember that, because I'm going to go through. Charles.
11.
11, strong success. Gil.
9.
9, that is a partial success. Vera.
Using my wings with, I got a 10.
10, that is a strong success. Victoria.
8.
8. Okay, so we got 2 strong successes, 3 partial, so that is going to make it a partial success. So he is 5 ticks away. You guys keep up. So you're jumping over. You do knock a few things over, so you can't gain ground on him. So you're kind of slipping a little bit. Then suddenly a mist distortion warps the alley ahead. I need somebody to roll and investigate. Quickly. Quickly.
Yep.
I don't know who's ahead.
8.
8. That's a partial success. So you see that this is an illusion. You cut the corner, but you forget to tell the others. And the rest of you run right into a wall. And then you're able to kind of like slide next and keep running. Each of you take 1 point for damage. Except for you. Okay. So you hear, "You don't belong in this world anymore." And he keeps running.
I just kind of focused, trying to speed up after him.
So he jumps onto a fire escape, scrambles up onto the rooftops. So, I need another check, please. Keep in mind, you're jumping onto a fire escape and running up. Helena.
8.
8. That is a partial. Charles.
9.
Partial. Gil.
10.
Full. Vera.
A 2? I'm gonna say my wings got stuck on the way up and I had to tuck them
Fail.
away.
Victoria.
10.
Complete success.
I turned into a cat to do the jump.
2 partials, 2 fulls, and a fail. I will count that as a partial. So you're able to keep up, but each of you takes minor harm. So as you are climbing up, each of you takes scraped hands 1 from climbing. And he stays at 5 ticks.
What?
Scraped hands 1. So it's
Man, so
another
I'm
point.
3. I'm at 3
I
now.
want to try and use my predatory senses to try and get an idea where he's going to see if I can maybe close the distance.
Well, he's skipping rooftops.
Oh, okay. Okay, then never mind then. I'll just keep going after him.
So as you guys scramble up there, the metal rungs of the fire escape rattle as he climbs at inhuman speed, his boots slamming onto the rooftop above. Rain whips across the skyline, slicking the pavement and making every step a potential hazard. Below, the city sprawls out in twisting neon and shadow, but up here it's a death drop waiting to happen. He doesn't stop, he doesn't hesitate, he sprints forward, leaping between rooftops as if gravity itself were an afterthought. So as he's running, there is a rooftop. The courier reaches the edge of a rooftop and leaps across a 15-foot gap, catching onto the next building ledge and rolling into a sprint. Everybody go ahead and roll, please.
Ooh!
Okay. Helena.
9.
That is a partial success. Charles.
11.
Strong success. Gil.
10.
Strong success. Vera.
12.
Strong success. Victoria.
7.
7. That is a partial. So 3 strongs gives you a strong. So you are gaining ground. So he drops 2 ticks. So he's now 3 ticks. So you all run. Fuck. Jump and land on the other side and keep running. Something in your mythos kicks in that you're able to leap across this 15-foot gap, the fear dissipating as you land and you keep going. The rooftops now become messy, littered with old neon signs, rusted AC units, and piping. He vaults over a billboard, flipping through an old TV antenna before skidding under a rusted pipe. Everybody roll again, please. Parkour. Elena.
8.
Partial. Charles.
12.
Strong. Gil.
Switch to my
11.
Egyptian dice. Leave me
Strong.
alone.
Vera.
8.
Partial. And Victoria.
7.
7 partial. So this is a partial. So he doesn't gain any points from you, so he's still at 3. You still keep pace. But you do trip over some debris, so each of you gets a bruised 1.
I'm at 6
Okay. So
because of that fight earlier.
you drop. Victoria drops. You can either stop and help Victoria or keep running. If you stop and help Victoria, I will say, if somebody can stop and help her, as long as you have a strong success, you guys, if everybody stops, you guys will only lose 1 point. If it's a failure, you lose them all completely. If it's a partial, he gains 3 points.
I think Vera would keep chasing him.
Yeah, Gil's gonna keep going.
Charles will stay behind because
Vera
he knows he
wants
can
him.
help.
Charles, roll for me. If you can get a strong success on this, You guys can keep going.
10.
10, that's a strong success.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
Oh, wait. Would I be able to add one of my abilities?
Yes, 11,
So
but
that'll
it
be
doesn't
11.
matter. It's 10 plus. So, Victoria, you go down to a 5, so you're able to get back up. So basically, Charles is behind you. As you're all running, you all kind of stumble through some stuff. Charles, you see Victoria stumble and fall, and you run over, scoop her up.
So no,
You scoop her up
naked.
and heal her, basically, and you guys just continue to run. So, he does gain 1 point, so he is at 4 now. Remember, at 10, he is gone. Okay. So, now he lands on an unstable rooftop. As soon as he touches it, the mist reacts violently, twisting the space itself. As the second foot hits, the world shifts. The walls stretch, the city bends, and suddenly the rooftop isn't the same building you saw a second ago. The mist warps everything, creating phantom ledges, flickering signs, and impossible geometry. Roll again, please. Keep in mind, you can do other things. If you want to, if you have the ability to dispel illusions, if you have any of that, you can use that stuff. It's called Change the Game.
Well, a secret's taken
You
to
can
the
also,
grave.
if you have the ability to do range attacks on somebody, you can do that and hit the courier. It doesn't have to be just chasing. So if you want to do something different, tell me. Helena, what do you got?
12, 2 natural 6s.
Success. Good thing
Nice.
natural numbers don't work here.
Damn it.
Charles.
7.
7, partial. Gil,
8.
partial. Vera,
7.
partial. Victoria,
I am going to use my love for animals to try and call on an animal to trip up our carrier. And that's an 8.
it's an 8, so it is a partial. So I will say, because you decided to do that, you got a partial. A bird hits him in the face. You guys did get a partial, so I will say with using that, that will drop at 1 point. So he is
Sweet.
at 3 now. Remember, he's down to 0 points. You guys have caught him. But he is still going. You guys are still running. He doesn't stop, doesn't hesitate. He runs full speed towards the edge of the roof. A train below is barreling forward, metal screeching as it cuts through the night. If he makes this jump, he's gone. This is it, your last shot. He goes to jump. So, I will allow one person to make... Actually, everybody can try a player action. You can choose go toe-to-toe, tackling him before he leaps, hit with all you've got, shoot or throw something to stop him midair, or take the risk, leap after him, and grab him midair.
I'm gonna try to grab him.
If you cannot succeed, this means, just keep in mind, you have to fully succeed on these. Because remember, if you get a 7 to a 9, it's a partial success, which means you succeed, but there's still disadvantages. So, actually, because of this, I'm going to allow one person to do this. This is all the marbles.
I want to try to lunge after him when he jumps down and grab him and like wrap my wings around him to hold him in
So you want
place.
to take the risk.
Yeah.
Leap after him and grab him midair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll.
Eight.
You see him leap. you see Vera push past all. You all kind of stop. You see the train, you see him leap, you're like, I'm not fucking jumping in front of a train. And as he leaps, you see Vera rush past you. As Vera rushes past, jumps off. Vera, you grab him, and as you barrel, he grabs onto your wings, meaning you can't open them. And all you guys hear is a thud as you're coming down and the train hits the two of you. Vera, you take a smash by a train 2. You take 2 points.
That takes me to 6.
That takes you to 6, so you are down. Let me...
I mean, I do have Unbreakable if that would help here.
So, because you... What was your original roll?
It was 8.
Okay, it would not help. Keep in mind, you can add more than 1 power tag.
Oh.
So you could have added that, made it a 9, or you can add a third one, make it a 10. If you have 3, that will work. I will allow you to go backwards.
Could I use Caress of Feathers to help with the wings holding him, too?
Sure.
Okay, so that would be using 2.
3 power tags.
No, that would be 2 because you already used Flight of the Heavens earlier, so I can use my wings, but I can't use that power tag.
Well, no. What I'm saying is you're... Okay, so you only have 2 power tags left for when you're jumping off the building.
That would work with this, yeah.
Okay. So that... You can burn those, but that still makes it a 9. So you're still in the same boat.
No, I have a 6, 7, 8, and then Unbreakable would be 9, and then Caress of Feathers would be 10.
Oh, your roll was an 8.
Yeah, my roll was
without
an 8.
any bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I will allow you to backtrack and do that. So you jump, grab him, and you spin in the air. You all see Vera dive off, fly back up, and land with him on the rooftop.
Got him.
Holy shit, Vera.
What the fuck?
Is he still up?
Oh, he's alive, yeah.
Is he struggling?
He's kind of just laying on the ground.
Okay. And I'm gonna hold him really tight. Speak!
I want to start patting him down, see if I can get the dagger.
Okay. So, kind of land, and he kind of rolls off. He kind of skids across the rooftop, rolling to a halt, coughing against the rain-soaked concrete. The mist curls around him like desperate fingers, but there's no more escape, no more tricks. He lifts his head, panting, eyes burning with something unnatural. Yet even now cornered, he grins. Well, that was fun.
Do I find the dagger as I'm looking for
You can pat him down. That's an investigative.
That's a 10.
Okay. You find a reinforced case, a bone charm, and a bloodstained note, and a silver key.
I take all those.
So you'll have to do you'll have to look at each one individually. You don't have to roll another investigation.
I want to look at this bloodstained note first and see what it says.
Okay. So, scrawled in frantic ink, it said, "The gate does not require permission. It only requires a door. At the final hour, we open it ourselves." And then below is a symbol, a trident with a circle, etched in a black ink that never dries.
And
You can like run your finger, and it like smudges and then reforms itself. And there's ink on your thumb.
I hand the note over to Helena.
Where's your glove?
Oh my God, Helena! I just throw it in there. I just push it in there. Just take the damn thing.
I take out a pair of gloves, go right in front of Gil's face, put the gloves on, as I take the note and put it in a baggie.
What else? So they had the note, the case.
A case, a bone charm, and a silver key.
I look at the bone charm.
I hand Gil gloves.
I put the gloves on. I examine the bone charm.
As you touch it, the mist around you reacts violently, almost as if it doesn't want you to touch this.
Can I use my myths and legends to investigate it?
Sure, roll.
I hand it off to Charlie.
That is plus that, so that's 10.
Okay. This is drenched in mythos energy. It's a ritual focus, something used to anchor a greater power.
I hand it off to Charlie. Here, you take it.
I hold out a hand to Helena for a pair of gloves.
I hand a pair of gloves. You all owe me a box of fucking gloves.
It's
I
like,
hand some bills over to her.
damn it.
I look at Helena like,
And hand gloves. Not
I hand
you
money.
and
I
Vera.
haven't touched
I
shit.
hand money.
I take the money and I'm just glaring at Gil.
I
put the gloves on,
ignoring Lena.
and with the understanding that this is ritual, I try to figure out the best way to store this without it trying to get away from me.
But as you grab it, the mist around you does react. It's like curling around your legs.
I'm gonna.
And you guys are
knowing-
used to the mist. It's alive.
I'm gonna still go ahead and grab it, knowing I work with 3D.
Then I take the case and I show you if I can examine it and then open it.
Okay. You open it, and wrapped in black silk looks to be a dagger.
Found it. I kind of close it up. I close it up. I found it, everybody. And I also take a look at the key.
Okay. This is engraved with an unknown inscription, but when you touch it, it's cold as death.
Jesus. I hand it to Victoria to hold on to.
I put gloves on before I grab this key and like,
With the
So
glove
as I'm
gang.
holding the little case, I look back to the assailant and I'm like, "So, what you doing with this, huh?" I kind of bop him on the head with the case. What you got? What you got here?
Spits blood. You really think this matters? He leans back against the rooftop, arms spread. Go ahead. Beat the answers out of me. It won't change who's coming or what's coming.
You know, I've been hearing a lot of that lately. Why didn't you fill me in? Who's coming? What's coming?
Convince him.
Let's see. Any? I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll. Oh, that's a failure. That was a 4. I do not convince him of anything.
Shit.
You think I'm scared of you?
Oh, brother, it ain't me you gotta be afraid of, as I kind of gesture to the others behind me. It's those ladies you gotta worry about. All yours.
I'm going to shapeshift my head into a tiger's head and get up in his face and say, if you don't talk, I will eat your face.
Intimidate him.
That's a 13.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
Nice.
Fuck.
You think you've stopped something. You're only standing in the tide waiting to be washed away. And his voice kind of drops. The dagger was never the key. It was just the invitation. The real sacrifice. And he grins. His eyes flash. Is already being prepared. You get the sense that the dagger was a tool, but not the trigger. A greater sacrifice is required to finish the ritual. The ritual's already underway. If you wait too long, whatever this is will happen. You do know already that the ritual is happening under the Red Hook station of abandoned subway terminal. He does tell you that the key is part of the chamber's locking mechanism. And he tells you that the cult isn't sacrificing a random person. They need someone who exists in both the real world and the mythos. A rift. But not just any rift. You don't get it, do you? The rift doesn't care who holds the knife. It only cares that blood is spilled. And he looks directly at Gil. I wonder what would happen if it was you. And you get the sense maybe you're the sacrifice. Now, you have choices. You can kill him, let him live, or take him with you.
Alright, as I kind of straighten up and this bozo needs to go downtown. Need him available for anything else when you may need to question him on.
I say we leave him here. He's worthless to us now. We need to get going. And if he tries something again and I look him dead in the eyes, I'll fucking come for you.
Is that a promise?
I'll cold cock this guy.
I open my mouth. That's still a very tiger face. And I'm gonna... Are you sure you don't want... I can't kill him?
It will allow me to benefit from the sacrifice.
Vic, as much as I would love to shut this twerp up permanently, we got bigger fish to fry, and I really don't want to have to try and explain to the coppers why I'm covering for a murder.
Fine.
Oh, I want to cold cock this guy and knock him unconscious. That's an 8.
You hit him. He tastes his own blood.
Now I'm gonna hit him.
Roll.
Oh my god.
7.
We're tired.
Let's just
Oh, for
go.
Somebody knock this fool out.
I'll
All
try.
right.
I think this is like a dream of his right now. It's kind of weird.
Nope, 7.
Choke me.
Ah!
Well,
7. You hit him.
What?
well.
Charles, and as you hit him, you hear as his neck snaps.
Oops.
Oh, fuck. And I immediately go down and start praying for him.
He just slumps over, splashes, and falls into a puddle. If the rest of you wouldn't have hit him beforehand, it would have been fine. But every one of you gave him wounded. So
all right.
he was up to 5,
Whoops.
and then with Charles hitting him, it killed him.
All right.
Just like, holy Christ, please forgive us for our sins.
Vera,
We did not mean to kill this man.
Vera. Okay, everyone. I looked at everybody in a dead serious voice. If it ever is asked, and I want to emphasize, if it's ever asked, we were chasing him in pursuit of our official duties.
He tripped and snapped his neck.
He tripped and broke his neck.
I just hold up my hands, showing that I have gloves on. I'm good. I don't
I'm
think
still
I
wearing
All
mine.
are wearing gloves.
I'm
Good.
not wearing gloves. I never put gloves on. I probably have like some silk
Vera,
gloves
luckily
on
enough,
my outfit.
This don't leave marks. So we're okay. We're all on the same page. He tripped and broke his neck. Right?
But-
You know what?
Right.
We're running out of time. Let's get to the fucking station.
Yes, let's go. Come on, everyone. Let's get down the building.
And so as you're talking, you hear as that another train just is coming through, and you hear
I turn around.
and you see him sit back up, his head spins, and you hear each vertebrae pop back into place as he scrambles backwards, and before you can even take a step, he throws himself off, and here.
I would like to point out, you searched the body without the guy without gloves on.
Let's get going.
And
Everything
Vera?
that has my fingerprints on it is in
Let's
our
get going. I beat his
possession.
ass. Let's get going.
Technically it's not, because you did touch him, so it would be...
It's a tragic suicide. He decided to take his own life. We're out. Go. We need to go. As I go down the stairwell.
And as you guys are going down, you hear in your head, "It's time for you."
I kind of look around, thinking I just heard something.
Okay. So, you make your way to they call them the catacombs. This is abandoned. The descent into the catacombs is suffocating. The air thick with damp stone and something else. Something older. The tunnels stretch endlessly in dim torchlight, the flickering flames casting jagged shadows on the walls. Ahead, a low hum rises, vibrating through the ground like an underground heartbeat. Then you see it. An immense chamber, its ceiling lost in darkness. A massive stone altar stands at the center, encircled by hooded figures, murmuring rhythmic unison. The sound isn't just noise. It's power, shifting the very air around you. At the altar, a man stands tall, his presence suffocating. His sharp features are etched with something beyond mortality as piercing gaze lands directly on you. More invited guests. Come, join. And as you sit there, cultists begin to turn, face you. The mist thickens, and as they hold hands, they walk toward you, chanting, Mighty Uja.
I say we just get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Can't let this happen.
What if they need a sacrifice?
And there's a few cultists in the back, and you see them weaving something. And then you hear, you misunderstand your place in this story. But you'll learn. The ground rumbles violently. The mist surges, thick as smoke pouring from the chalice and tendrils that slither into the cracks of the altar. The chanting twists into something inhuman. No longer the voices of men, but something deeper, something older. Then the Rift of Hades looks at you and smiles. You're already too late. And all of a sudden, the chamber floods with darkness as a monstrous presence begins to push through the mist. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh,
Bye, Gil.
I think we're all dead here.
I get one want to be a.
Gil is fucked.
Gil is fucked.
Gil.
You're at what? 5, 4?
Is Gil gonna die a virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Why do
you're
you just
assuming
assume
Gil's a
that?
virgin in the first place.
I was about to say, you're making a lot of assumptions here.
I mean, because of his job, he never has time to play.
Yeah, but he's older, ain't he? You said he's got like salt and pepper hair.
Yeah.
And?
Have you not
do my
seen the
character
40
like that?
virgin?
I haven't.
If they're not married, they're most likely on.
So, anyways, we want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you once again to Son of Oak for allowing us to play this. It's great. It's awesome. And we will be doing episode 2 and seeing what happens to the group. Most importantly, what happens to Gil. Trust me, he won't die a virgin.
Oh.
But
There's
snoo
angels there
snoo.
for a region.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't know it was one of those animes.
So we want to thank you for listening, And please join us next time as we step into the mist. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.